Welcome to the Introduction to RiskAssure Solutions orientation video. As you may know, RiskAssure is a web-based software system that helps child activity centers protect themselves from liability. With RiskAssure, you can be sure that your equipment is cataloged, and maintenance is performed on time, and incidents, when they occur, are handled quickly, correctly, and professionally. The goals are to reduce risk and liability, improve safety and security, promote parent confidence, and actually lower insurance rates. Here at RiskAssure.net, you can register for a no-risk trial period, or if you're an existing user, you can log in. If you need more business development assistance, especially in relation to facility management and risk management, you can visit thirdlevelconsulting.com. At the current time, it's the only complete risk management solution you can get with, as we pointed out, equipment inspections, maintenance record, incident logging and tracking, security, emergency and crisis best practices, risk management knowledge base, and advanced reporting. To skip to the application itself, you will see that RiskAssure on the left side has a complete menu of the vital areas to protect your facility and the business. On the very bottom left, you will see a help menu. This help menu is incredibly important in terms of providing a knowledge base for some PDF articles on how to use this. And you can see 16 articles here. Perhaps more importantly and to the point are the RiskAssure video tutorials, which are listed here. You can see also that they are in order in which they should be watched, including this introductory video. There's also a RiskAssure support and support tickets in case you have concerns about it. First off, you'll be setting up your locations. So under Settings on the left menu, you'll click on Organization. And you can see here in this demo, there's a demo company, which is location 1, there's location 2, location 3, and you can simply add a new location and its parameters by adding a new location here. But that's first. Second is setting up your users. And again, there's detailed videos on all of these, but you can see that your users are here with active or not active. Anytime there's a blue area here, this is hyperlinkable, of course. So you set up your users, and that's next. Once you've set up your organization and your users, we'll come back to the pick list or the pull down list settings momentarily here. Your home screen is normally here with any action items in terms of maintenance or incidents. If there's open items, these will be listed here. If there's open maintenance items, they'd be listed here. You can tell if there's open incidents. Here there's a few incidents or accidents that are not closed yet, and they have a status of processing or whichever. And of course, anything here is sortable by alphabetical order, if you like, the program involved, the locations, etc., etc. But your home will always give you maintenance and open incidents that are there. In the equipment and vendors, one thing you could do is also use this as a vendor receptacle for any of your vendors, whether it's equipment vendors, let's say, or whether it's a power company or cleaning supplies or whatever it is, even lock and keys, automotive repair, if you have autos in your business, whatever it is, you can use the vendors as a universal receptacle for all of the vendors that service your company. It's kind of handy to have this online as well. But to get to the heart of it, the first thing is to list all of your equipment. And you'll notice here it says you must be at a location right here. What that means is if you've got 3 locations, you click on this currently managing and it will give you the location. We'll use the first location here and update that. And now, if we go into our equipment, you'll see that at this first location, there is a few sample entries in terms of equipment. And this is extremely valuable. Again, these are hyperlinkable. You can quickly add equipment or you can add equipment fully. A quick add equipment is just a area where you add equipment very quickly from the pull down lists that are already there. the subcategories, and you give each one a unique name or a unique identifier. So you can add that very quickly if you wish in terms of this. Or you can add equipment fully, which is more like when you click into this uneven bars, for example, you can see that there's any number of things that are associated with this. We have this broken up into equipment basics, or the equipment status, or the maintenance overviews, etc. And open equipment, archived items, etc. What are the maintenance items associated with that? What are the documents and images associated with that? Are there any incidents associated with that? And you can see that yes, there are. There's a Sally Rice injury here that is processing, and any history of anybody who's changed anything in this particular record. And you can go in and edit this, of course, by clicking the edit button, make it inactive if you want, and you can see all the categories, subcategories. You can even see this monthly cycle that you set up, and note that every time there's a little question mark, it's a little help menu for you. There is current value, which helps you for insurance purposes, etc. So when you set this up, you've got a permanent record of this. You can also add an image if you want to add a photo of that document at that time, or add a document, or anything else. You can notice that the Sally Rice injury is hyperlinked to this, and everything else. So very good on equipment. And when you do your maintenance checks, of course, it comes from this equipment list right here. You can go through each piece and do the little maintenance on it, or you can do a quick inspection as well. This can be done in a mobile format. On the incidents, there are a few incidents here. You can add an incident. These are open ones where the status is still open. There's archived, which means the status is closed. And when you go into any one of these incidents, here's the Sally Rice injury, for example. This is a good example because it was hyperlinked to a piece of equipment. You can see all this information on this particular incident, and this can be edited, of course. But the equipment that was involved, if you have it, any documents, maybe there's a release form, maybe there's an accident form that you fill out that is then transcribed to RiskAssure by a safety professional, any actions that are taken, the history again of somebody working through this. If we want to edit the incident, again, you're trying to give the incident a unique identifier, the type of injury, where the status is, and all these pull down lists, by the way, are all editable. And I'll get to that in just a second, of course. Any general descriptions. What you don't want to do is to give any medical advice or diagnosis, and that's why this the little question mark or info bar is there. Every time there's one of those, it gives you more information on this. So your incidents or accidents are safely and permanently recorded. On those pull down lists, by the way, just so you know, under settings, we call them pick lists. And under the pick list settings, you can actually go in. Let's just take equipment condition. You can sort these by alphabetical or list name or list location, but even something like equipment condition, if you wanted to, you could change the names of these things as long as you change it here and also here, so it changes it in the code. You could actually rename them, you could reorder them, you can delete them, you can add new ones to any particular pick list, which makes it marvelously flexible. However, we would recommend that you keep them pretty much the same as they are, because they've been well thought through by people at insurance counsel, underwriters, etc. In the reporting section, this is very robust in terms of what do you want. You can see that the equipment overview, the incident overview, and the maintenance overview are here. You can choose any parameters, any location, anything you'd like. In this particular case, we're going to run the equipment report on all 3 facilities, so we just open it up, and you can see that demo location 2 has got a few pieces of equipment, happens to have the value here, which again is nice for insurance purposes, and what the status is at this point. You can see that the location number 1 is here, location number 3, total value of the equipment, and all of that. So again, on the reporting, that's just the equipment reporting. If there were incidents, you could choose those and choose parameters that you want to see where you're at. Or maintenance overviews, again, you can choose all the parameters, run the reports. You want to copy the reports off as a PDF or export them to copy and paste them into Excel, that can be done as well. There is also a couple of other tabs here. One is risk assessment. This happens to be a full vulnerability audit of interior and exterior risk conditions, and that's very, very helpful. The knowledge library, there's any number of folders here that you can click on resources and get a variety of documents that could serve as templates for you in terms of space and facility management, legal, emergency procedures, crisis management, security systems, and even things like concussion recognition in children or sexual abuse prevention, etc. So that's essentially it. If you have questions, you go to the help section, of course, or connect with third level consulting that can help you. Take good care.